Okay, so we're going again. I want to be able to speak in this tone of voice instead of the presenter's kind of high pitched, high energy tone of voice. Sure, for those that need the wah, sure, for those that need all that kind of stuff, perfect. Perfect for cause. But some people like a more sort of conversational style, even in these things. I'm sure, you know, I do get some positivity from the way hey hey, but I get better from people who are a little bit closer to where I'm at and who kind of can converse, or converse. So I'm hoping that in my tone of voice, my pausologies, that's the word I used a minute ago, wasn't it? Pausologies. That was quite good, actually. Um, I'm hoping that my pausologies, this is what I intend, and I intend it. That's why I ever do it, actually. And it does actually work if you think about it. And I can demo that it works and how it works, and still keep it as a secret. In speaking the way I speak and taking the time that I take, it makes you go, I can't be bothered waiting for this guy. I'm going to get it already. I'll get it already. I get it already, mate. Stop going on. Stop going on with you, will you? I get it already. I'm there, mate. I'm there already. You don't need to go on. Okay. I've got it. Click, click. I've already got it. So, I am. That's what I do. I plan that people have already gotten already made those mental commitments with their own level of intelligence and their own level of understanding of the subject we're talking about, and where they're at about the subject we're talking about, where they're at with the subject we're talking about. That's why I speak the way I speak, and that's why I want to continue to speak the way I speak, because in speaking in this way, I have people having already made the quantum leaps in their understanding. They're already there. There are speakers who will addict you. Now, I know that's not exactly the case. I'm not addicting you. I'm taking steps not to addict you. You're already having made those on a timeline. You're already having made those quantum leaps before I've even opened my mouth, because you can see me coming. Because you can see me coming. Does a wizard walk backwards in search of the end of time, Deepak? Or does a wizard walk backwards in search of the beginning of time? Or does a wizard walk forwards in search of the end of time? Or does a wizard work forwards in search of the beginning of time? So that was already about how many minutes in the other one and how many minutes in this one. I'm not going to get this done within the 20 minutes, am I? There's no way on earth. And I'm probably still going to rattle for an hour. Right, back to it. In speaking the way that I speak, I challenge people into having made those quantum leaps even before I've opened my mouth, even during my arrival stage, even while I'm still settling in. By the time I've gone, right then, let's begin. By the time I've got to that point, they've already made those quantum leaps and are already running out the door, well ahead of where I'm at, well ahead of where they were at, or they're well ahead of where they even thought they were at, or ahead of where they thought they were going to be. Okay, that's how I operate. Okay. So in allowing this, in doing this, in projecting this, in having this, intending this, in creating this, what I'm actually giving you is a sacred activation. That's my way of activating you. We have plenty of pause moments, but I'm intending there, I move there to overcome the need for a formal pause, a conscious formal pause whereby you're meant to believe that some magical cogs are turning that I've put in place, that I'm doing with my light languages, etc. Meh. What's up, Doc? So we're at 7 minutes. Let's see. Why did I decide to come to this program? I decided to come to this program because I would like their company. I would love it if they found my ideas and my business interesting. Even if they found me to be, not as up there, a presenter presenting style with my own presenting styles as they have, as they do. Though I have actually practiced Tony Robbins style speeches when out taking a dog for a walk years ago in these Scottish hills. Though, how you practice a Tony Robbins style speech in front of one dog that's not even paying attention, that's off chasing a stick or digging a rock out of a stream, is anyone's guess. Anyway, I've seen quite a lot of Aaron Doughty's stuff, videos, and thoroughly enjoy them. I'm getting into reality transurfing just now, so we'll see. So it would be amazing if I got all three of the Stooges company and some backup from them somehow, some way, and maybe even from a lot of you other guys here as well. I know that some of you have made some lovely supportive comments and you communicate with me, but I think my last video kind of probably in some ways blew you away. It probably bored the hell out of you even before you got to the starting point. Excellent. Excellent. I love it. Right. One of the other things that I would like to do through the Three Musketeers is to learn their method of creating ditties, their ditties. Like, for instance, what the hell is Betdar? You know, sure, it's what it is. It's what it is. It's what it is, man. It's what it is. Here it is. Um, when you have a trigger in life, I'll show you. I'll show you. I'll show you. You can freeze frame that if you like, and you got something super duper. Come on then, align properly with the page. Yeah. So Betdar is the thing about when you have a trigger in life, whatever it is. It could be taking a mouthful of coffee, very simply. So I'll take a mouthful of coffee. Cheers. Here you've got belief, emotion, and thought. That's the bet of Betdar, and then you've got decision, action, result. That's the dar of Betdar. So blah, 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 you got to hack it. You got to flip it. You've got to take it backwards. So if you want your result, you've got to think about action. You've got to take action. You've got to think about what action you're going to take towards your result, and you have to make it consistent, imperfect action. Consistent imperfect action with humorous and fun intention. Humorous, fun, and healing intention. Humorous, fun, kind, generous, loving intention. Imperfect intention. Then you've got to think about the decisions you've had to make. You will you will have to make. You now have to make. You have to, should, have to. Yeah, in some ways, yeah. You think about the intentions, the decisions you would need to have made, you would need to make, you have to make. Sure, leave it there. Decisions we have to make. Times are tough. We've all got decisions we have to make. Never mind, don't shoot on yourself. You shouldn't shoot on yourself. In times like these, we learn to live again. In terms like these, we learn to love again. I'm a one-way motorway. I'm the one who drives away, then follows you back home. Okay. Da 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 da. Diddly doddly do. I'm certainly not going to hit the 20 minutes, am I? So you choose new beliefs. When you get back to it, you choose new beliefs. There's an exercise about looking at your beliefs and looking at, apportioning certain realities to certain beliefs you've taken in the past, you've held in the past, you've had in the past, you maybe even accidentally fallen prey to in the past, etc. So look at the laser beam coming down over my shoulder. I'll tell you what would be really amazing if while I was making this sound, other people also made a sound over the top of it and redid the video. And if you all joined in with some light language, spell song, um, magical wizardry, chanting of your own as well while I was doing this. I can just do this and that's a bit impromptu, wasn't it? I'm going to add some symbology onto that as well. Get some symbology going down here. I've always wanted something like that to happen. I see these photographs of people doing light language and stuff on Facebook. One of the reasons I love light language so much and have such store for it and such respect for it is because it's an abstraction, and about the most powerful way of understanding anything is via abstraction. I've used exact words there, haven't I? I haven't put any ers or as or or buts, or anything like that in, have I? I actually used pure words there. What I said, to repeat it, is one of the reasons why I love, have store for, and respect the likes of light language and sigil magic so much is because they are abstractions, and one of the most powerful ways to really understand anything is via abstractions on it, abstractions of it. And the word abstraction is also magical in that it is about abstraction. So, consistent, committed, imperfect action, which is a reference experience, they say. So where are we at in our breakthrough cycle? And I still haven't even made a single start, have I? So let's get to it then. I like to look at their way of making ditties. It's an interest of mine. It is actually an interest of mine. I like codes. Something of my childhood is coming back to me. I was a warlord agent when I was a kid, and I bet there are a number of you on here that know what a warlord agent it is or was. Yeah. So I was into codes when I was a kid. Code making and code breaking, and I like to play with codes even currently in life. And there are reasons I'm playing with codes and codes that are coming to me through very natural substances, subjects, subs, substances. What am I talking about? Um, See, this is it, isn't it? This is just it. What am I talking about? Um, there are codes that are coming back to me through natural subjects like research project, research project studies at university. Um, there's a thing about codes and codifying in one of the latest chapters. I'll have to go back to it and find out exactly what that is, but that's quite interesting. So, and I'm chuntering away and chatting away and crying my eyeballs out. In my coding and playing with codes, I like the challenge. I enjoy the challenge and the humor in discovering other people's ditties, how they go about making up these ditties. Bet dar. It's really excellent, actually. Um, it is really excellent. You have a belief, an emotion, and a thought, and a decision, an action, and a result, an inner and an outer. Um, and in order to begin to be more creative in the process, you merely turn the wheel backwards. Huh? You merely turn it backwards. You hack it and flip it. Um, it's a bit. The word hack can occult a way, a path. The word hack can occult a way, method, or path. So to say it a different way, would it not be easier just to say, "I'll turn it backwards"? Go backwards. Turn that wheel backwards instead of going a belief. You know, you have a trigger, and then you have a belief about the trigger, leads to an emotion, leads to a thought. Makes you decide about something or to do something, and then you take action on something, and it leads to the results that you've been getting in your life, right? You could turn it backwards and put it more under your control, back to being more under your control, by thinking about the result that you want rather than the result that you have, the result that you want, and think about the action that you'd need to get that result. And then backwards from there, think about the decision you'd need to make and you need to make now again to get that action in motion, creating that result. And then further back, think about the thoughts, the types of thoughts you'd need to be thinking on a consistent basis, on a pretty consistent basis. And then further back than that, you'd need to think about the emotion that would lead to those thoughts, a singular emotion or a generalized wish for a thing. And then further back from there, you have a belief, about something that either happened or about something that was happening. So you turn it backwards, flip it, turn it on its head. And at that point, you choose a new belief. You also choose a new belief. And you can do that. You can actually do that. You choose a new belief. You just, you could pretend, you could play, you could hypnotize into seeing yourself as surgically removing a belief and surgically putting in another belief. And the imagination would work on that. At minimum, I'm sure there's an aspect of Schrodinger's cat in there. Schrodinger's cat in there. You know, the mental, willful, rebellious, maverick, wishful thinking, self-fulfilling prophet would at least experiment with maybe this, maybe that, would at least experiment with maybe it would and maybe it wouldn't, maybe it wouldn't and maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't but maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't and maybe it would. You know, meow, Schrodinger's cat. Meow, 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 meow. You know, um,